Playford Games, creating your new reality. In the middle of the 20th century, the powers of darkness were growing. Will Japan join the darkness, Germany and its many allies in war with the powers of light, the United States and the empires? The Soviet Union may support Germany or fall victim to their thirst for conquest. Moral Confict 1941, Team Strategy Board Game. Up to 6 players can experience a highly realistic global conflict in this deluxe 20-sided dice version, starting in summer 1941. The conflict rages on the largest, most detailed moral conflict game board. You have 4 seasons each year to compete in 5 dimensions to expand your influence in the 114 territories, with the fortresses of Sevastopol, Gibraltar, Malta, and Singapore, and the 200 sea zones of the Moral Confict 1941 world. The Moral Confict 1941 board allows a shorter game with up to 5 players on 2 boards in an Atlantic scenario, or up to 4 players on a Pacific scenario. First, military war. Will military war or deterrence lead to victory? Use a combination of armies, armored groups, battle fleets, carrier task forces, convoys and submarines, tactical aircraft, strategic bombers, and strategic anti-aircraft guns in realistic tactical combat on complex battle boards. The submarines can do exciting surprise attacks, and their position and movement is hidden, recorded by erasable pens on the submarine location charts. Second, economic crisis. Using your military forces to capture territories producing iron and oil resources, or through trade for these resources, will you maintain adequate supply to keep your industry running? This game distinguishes between population production and industrial production, adding further realism and requiring more skill to optimize your production. The resource and production pieces are made of high-quality glass, and the atom bomb and synthetic oil factories are made of marble. Third, diplomatic pressure. The East Balkans have already become Germany's ally. Will Spain, Portugal, Argentina, Iran, and Turkey fall like dominoes to their skillful diplomacy and the luck of the dice? The Soviet Union was on the line for Germany's aggression. Now is the time to decide. Either a war at Germany's side, or as Germany's opponent. Or can you find success on a middle way? Fourth, technology race. Race ahead and successively improve your armies with heavy artillery, heavy anti-aircraft, and heavy anti-tank guns. Develop medium, heavy, and advanced armored groups, heavy submarines, and 2 types of depth charges, 4 types of radar for use on land, sea, and air, strategic bombers, jet aircraft, 6 tactical rocketry breakthroughs, and even the atom bomb. 2 breakthroughs in standardization, coupled with prefabrication and even synthetic oil production, increase your economic efficiency and secure your economic power. Fifth, moral conflict. Will the powers of darkness or light strike first with the atom bomb? Will you have the strength and insight to build world peace, trade, and cooperation? Or will you usher in a new dark age? Who may be waiting in the shadows to deal the final decisive blow? Whichever new age emerges is decided by the moral conflict between the nations of light and darkness, good and evil, on the path of righteousness. Learn the turn phases with the 48-page beginner's rules and successively add all the dimensions using the 40 pages of advanced rules. Download the teaching guides for a relentless pursuit of limitless possibilities. The intellectual challenge for in-depth growth in military skill, strategy, negotiation, cooperation, teamwork, and mastery of the 5 dimensions. This game pushes players to the limit of their abilities, turning them into real generals, diplomats, economic and technological leaders who understand both good and evil. for war in all 5 dimensions.